course, together back in the 90s on Men Behaving Badly. Is this just an excuse to relive the good old days?
How dare you?
Very much so.
How dare you? We're trying to make an edifying piece of television for the British viewers here.
It was
Educational, fun,
I was laughing
nostalgic.
So good. It was so good. Was it lovely to be back together?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was really
Honestly.
great.
It was really great.
A great excuse, actually, to hang out, because we haven't hung out with each other.
Who hangs out? Do you know what I mean?
But there's no time, is there? Life just, you know, happens.
We've had meals. We used to hang out, I mean, when we were doing the show back in the days. But then we've had a meal, and he'll come for a weekend. I'll go and see him in France, blah, blah, blah. But not hanging out.
But you made up for it.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
boy.
yeah.
So, Neil, you live in France.
Yeah.
You love it there.
Yeah.
And we get to see this wonderful place you've got, which is idyllic. So you get to explore a different parts of France together, don't you?
Well, there was lots of places that I've heard of and read about that I hadn't visited, and some that I had. And who better, when the offer came in, do you want to go travelling around with Martin, to go and see them, to go and be with someone who, a really good old mate, and go and experience new things together. And, all we do, really, is try to make each other laugh. And sitting in a car, it was hardly any work. In fact, the camera crew got in the way of what was a really good holiday.
Yeah, well, but it comes across nicely because it's very relaxing to watch.
Yeah, it's so good. But I think we should discuss the drinking. OK.
What? The programme makers, everywhere we went, it was quite prescribed, the whole thing. They'd say, we'll just do a little... Have a glass of this, have a glass of that, do a little bit of a cheers at the end. So we go, cheers, like that, every section. Honestly, that's the truth.
Well, there's good wine in France, isn't there? But let's talk about that amazing
caves. And they keep a wine down there because the temperature and the humidity is perfect. And so the wine, there is a slightly different taste of the wine.
What does it taste like?
Bit cavey.
It tasted a...
Thank you.
A bit cavey.
What a place. I mean, in the episode, you see us having a glass of wine down there in this 190 metres below the Earth's surface, having a fantastic wine.
Yes,
what a place to have a wee
really
drink.
nice.
And you do a bit of raving there, but you'll have to watch the show to see that.
Yeah, OK, sorry.
Martin, you sampled lots of local stuff. The Corn Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
Now, tell us about...
Come through, and big fat horses come through, and mules. It was just lovely.
France does the sort of community events really well, don't they?
Well, so do we. Let's
So
face it,
do-
our county
of
fair.
course we
come
do,
on.
yeah.
I'm going to the Royal Welsh this year.
Are you?
Are you?
Oh, you love that.
I will.
Yeah, you will.
I'm judging.
You know France pretty well, but obviously... Martin, maybe not as well. Where stood out for you? Where did you really love visiting?
Oh, golly. Well, it was all, it was a naff thing to say, but it was all really great. I loved Biarritz. I'd only heard the word before, and it sounded romantic and everything, and that was kind of cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, very cool.
We went fishing for tuna there. That's fishing.
We all do it.
There's gnome impersonation.
You're up to no good again, aren't they?
They are.
Another remake, maybe.
What else? I mean, it was all like...
Yeah,
really...
then we found a restaurant. The bloke on the boat knew he had a friend who had a restaurant because it wasn't in our programme schedule, and we said it'd be great to go there and he can cook up our fish. So we did. So we got all the crew and us fed that evening on the fishing that we did in the afternoon.
Line-caught tuna.
Oh.
Exactly, line-caught skipjack.
So obviously you've had a lovely time together.
Yeah.
Let's imagine
that somebody reunited you on Men Behaving Badly. Where would the boys be by now?
In a home.
Prison.
I knew you were going to say that.
Quickly, you two met in Bristol Old Vic.
Yes.
It's a lovely meeting. You were dressed up as a pirate.
Yes.
We've got a still of this.
Oh, my gosh.
Can you tell us
which ones
which one
you?
are you?
Well, you can probably
Okay, he's getting
recognise
up.
my mate Richard.
That's me.
Which one's you? Let me see.
That's me. And that's Tiger Lily, played by Pippa Hayward. Do you know Pippa Hayward?
Yes,
we went out after that. Not after that.
We should
That's Richard.
that Martin
That's
and
Richard
Neil
as
are now
Peter Pan.
bent down by camera 3 there so that they can have a closer look.
I haven't got my glasses
We're old fellas,
on.
we can't see that far.
They just left the set and they were just having a good old look.
Ah, nice.
Listen, Neil and Martin's Bon Voyage
Whatever.
continues.
Yeah, but
It's on the telly, watch it.
Easy for you to say.
Honestly.
9 o'clock on You and Gold.
Come on.
Now then, you might have